Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, how we're going to fix these bad boys together, and the content that we're going to talk about today is something that I really did not plan on and really need to. Because for some reason, it has been thought up as a brilliant idea to merge the DEA with the ATF. Now, here's my caveat. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I am seeing a specter that is not there. So you guys, let me know what you think of this idea in the comments field below. Everything will be linked for your review. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because in my opinion, we're on the cusp of fighting for our rights to win a massive amount. And this doesn't seem to be in line with that. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Like I said, everything is linked. Shout out to our sponsor made this possible, Valorous TV. Guys, if you need to recharge that patriotic tank while you're too busy kicking people in the teeth, this is the spot for you. There's a YouTube video or a YouTube channel linked in the description box below, rather. You're talking about documentaries. You're talking about feature films from the Revolutionary War all the way to World War II. It's something that is going to make you feel patriotic through and through, even more so than you normally do. Fill up that tank and make you ready to come back and watch all of the destruction of the tyranny that you are initiating through your support of the Second Amendment and freedom. So, link in the description box below. Check them out. Lots of stuff over there. They want you to go look at it. And thank you to them for making this possible. All right, guys, listen. We're going to dive over to my X profile real quick, at Braden LOA, so make sure you follow me over there. We are approaching 20,000 followers, which is awesome, because it helps us spread stuff out very quickly for this fight that we're in. Now let's dive in. So I'm going to show you a few gun rights groups and their natural reaction to what we're talking about here of the DEA and the ATF merging in 2026. So before I actually show you, it'll actually probably be better if I showed you the document that's in question here. Here we go. As you can see, all the gun rights groups are talking about the same document, and right here is the big thing. To most successfully, effectively, and efficiently continue to fight to eradicate the design cartel FTOs and seek to eliminate violent crime, the ATF will be incorporated into DEA. The ATF is going to be incorporated into the DEA, addressing both drug and gun crimes. This will transition. This sentence is terrible. This transition will be initiated in fiscal year 2026. Okay, guys, that's what we're talking about. In 2026, oops-a-toodles. In 2026, you're going to have the DEA and the ATF merge together. This is a very bad idea. And I'm just going to walk you through a hypothetical before I show you what they're saying on these gun right groups. And I share their opinion completely. You remember every single year that we have the budget, and every single president we have the directorship battle. All those things would go away if it was under the DEA. If the ATF no longer was called the ATF and it was called the DEA ATF, if we did that, it would be about a different conversation. So the conversation would no longer be, okay, we're going to fund all the ATF measures, which are ended up killing people, harming people, infringing upon their rights, and overall creating illegal registries, things of that nature, right? Creating rules whole cloth. Well, now it's going to be, you don't want to support drug enforcement? What is wrong with you? This is the Drug Enforcement Agency. Don't you care about the border and our people and the drugs? They're not going to mention a word about anything else because now you have a director of the DEA ATF. So you don't need to have that conversation about the individual budgetary line items of the ATF because the microscope and the magnifying glass is there on purpose. The ATF exists and it's over there to where we can look at the budget. We can look at the line items. We'll look at how they're doing it, their interpretations, all the different pieces of what they're doing. All their actions are under a magnifying glass. You slam this into the DEA and you just kind of like make this anomalous organization, guys, it's a real bad idea. And before anybody starts screaming in the comments about, but you should want the ATF abolished, it's not about the letters of the agency. It's not about the letter ATF. It's not about the letters DEA. It's not the letters FBI. You have to understand that the power of which the ATF is doing the things that it is doing is through unconstitutional rules like the NFA. You have to get rid of the reason for their existence, not change their name and put them in another organization because they still have the requirements by law to follow the unconstitutional orders. That's the problem. The root cause versus the overall issue that we always see. Anyway, let's continue. National Association for Gun Rights. The Trump administration's proposal to incorporate the ATF into the DEA raises serious red flags. We need those questions answered. The National Association for Gun Rights supports abolishing the ATF, period. And the abolition of the ATF is right in line with the abolition of the requirements and the responsibilities that they are tasked with enforcing. Get rid of the responsibilities, get rid of the NFA, get rid of the infringements, and the ATF won't have anything to do with it anymore. You can call it ATF all you want. Maybe they'll actually start looking at alcohol and tobacco. But that's the whole point. It's about the root cause, not about the individual agency's letters. Let's continue to another one. This is my good buddy Tim from Military Arms. This is the type of BS that happens when you have people running the show that don't know what's happening or what needs to be done. They're pretending to abolish the ATF, but are instead proposing to supercharge it. This is a horrible idea, and that's the final thing I'm going to show you in a second. What does supercharging it mean? Well, here you go. Gun owners put it very clearly, which is a very good post. The White House just officially proposed merging ATF and DEA. Just imagine 3 times ATF's budget, 4 times ATF's tactical units, 10,000 new employees, and reduced oversight and accountability. The reduced oversight and accountability goes to what I said prior in this video, where the magnifying glass and the microscope is on ATF's every single move. Imagine what would happen, guys, if you had the exact same people, the exact same bureaucrats, the exact same impetus to infringe upon the rights of the American citizenry with 3x the budget, 4x TAC units, 10,000 new employees, and no way to see what they're doing. This is an awful idea. Again, if I'm wrong and off base, tell me in the comments. But right off the get, I have very serious concerns. Tremendous concerns, if you will. Gun Owners of California, this is a troubling and scary development. We have big issues with this. Gun Owners of America, there's the same post. I just happened to do it twice. And to wrap it all up, Mr. Guns and Gear, my buddy Mike. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to see the assets of the war on drugs be oriented at the Second Amendment. Again, the war on drugs, the war on gun crime, it's not a far leap, which is why this is extremely concerning. Again, what he's referencing is 4 times the tactical units. Brian Malinowski. Is that a name mean enough to you? 10,000 new employees? Guys, to put this in reference, when they have like 200 new employees right now, all the gun rights groups are like, what's that about, guy? What's that, 200 people? What you gonna do there? What's that? Is that for your imaginary not registry? Imagine what they would do with 10,000 new employees. 3x the budget. Guys, this is really not a good idea. Make sure you jump right over here at Braden LOA. When you're on X, tag me. Tag AG Bondi. Tag AAG Harmeet Dillon. Tag the president. Tag Gun Owners of America, NAGR, whoever you want. But the whole point is you got to make some noise about this, because the potential for disaster on this is way more than I'm comfortable even talking about. But anyway, those are my thoughts. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.